Hello. Good afternoon. 1 minute afternoon. I'm here to do our little, I'm going to call it a heart break. Not like your heart's broken, but a break for your heart, or an art break with a capital A-R-T. But we like good old art therapy. And so I'm here to do another little mini painting with you. I've been getting better at showing up on Wednesdays at noon to paint. So if you're just watching, welcome. I hopefully will be consistent with this. There's always life that happens. But anyways, I'm going to do just a little mini painting. So I'm going to just switch this around. Just got done teaching my heART Club online membership, and so now I'm going to just do a little mini for you guys. So if you're watching, say hello. I know a lot of you get the replay, so whenever it is that you get a chance to see this and I get feedback, I love hearing that. Hi Anita, how are you? I love hearing the feedback that that you guys are using these little mini tutorials just to kind of help you with your painting journey. Anita, did you join us? Were you on when we did heART Club this morning? We painted our mountain scene. But anyways, I'm going to just do this. I have paint left over. That's always good to use that up instead of letting it go to waste. And so I'm just going to show you. So we did, and I don't have it handy. So actually it's a class that I'm going to be teaching in the studio next Monday for you local people. I know I got people coming to that. I still have some room. It's these beautiful mountains with sunsets, and it's just kind of a transition of color. So this is all about mixing color. Okay, Anita, that's fine. You know where to find it. So anyways, we're going to just do color mixing, and I just want to show you. And originally, this plate would have started with a clean pile of titanium white, chrome yellow, bright red, phthalo blue, and Mars black. But I've already used it this morning as I painted this painting. But now I'm going to just do a little mini thing, and I just kind of want to show you when you do a landscape how, and hopefully this will, I know some of you probably, if you've been painting and you've already started to notice this, it's cool how when we paint, we start noticing things out in nature a little bit more that we maybe didn't notice before. And one is the horizon line where the sky and the land meet. When you're looking off in a distance, and usually you're kind of in a little bit higher place to where you can really look as far as your eyes can see, and you just see how the color is so much softer. There's not as much saturation. Your greens aren't real green. Your blues aren't real blue. They're just very soft. And the sky and the land are almost the same color. And so I just want to show you that, and just the fun of using, like I said, it would have been just 5 paint colors here, but I've already used it, so they're a little mixed up. But anyways, the fun in just creating a painting by just mixing your own colors. So this is just going to be a little mini sunset over some mountains. And like I said, if you are local and you want to come, I still have some room for Monday's class. I think the weather's going to be good. Hopefully the ground will be a little drier out here from this last snow, and we got more snow supposed to come tomorrow. So anyways, that's always the hardest part, is just dealing with mud and wet grass and all that stuff. So hopefully it'll be. So I am just using the red, the yellow, and the white. Mix beautiful colors together. I don't mix them much because I like to see just the variations that my brush creates as I just pull them through these different colors. Let's get a little yellower down towards the bottom. Okay, I'm going down far enough here. I'm just kind of getting it pushed in some of these little areas. But I can still see where the paint needs to kind of get pushed down in between the little cracks and crevices. So I just dip in different, I do more yellow sometimes, a little more red sometimes, but it just makes just for a really beautiful sky. Sunrise, sunset, whatever is your jam. Make it a little darker at the very top. And actually I'm going to put just a little bit of blue in this top part, just to kind of create a little purple in my sky at the, actually this would be the sky that's more overhead, right directly above you, because you're looking, this is like what's up above your head, this is what's far off into the distance. Okay, so I'm going to just do a layer of mountains really quick. So I want to, like I said, I want a vanishing kind of edge. I don't want it to be real strong because I don't want it, because it's far away. And these mountains, because they're far away, are not going to be as large to our eye because of the distance that they are from us. All right, let's get, kind of wasn't really supposed to be in that yellow, but I kind of like it. I might end up making this one a mess. Nope, it'll be fine. Sometimes when you get yellow, red, and blue all together, you're going to end up with kind of a muddy brown, but if I don't mix it too much, then it will stay the colors you want. I'm about out of red, I think. And my white's kind of hard to get to. All right, here we go. All right, I want to show you how to soften the tops of these mountains up just a little bit more. Let me get just a little bit more farther down on this before I do that. Okay, and I don't need to clean my brush because I want to kind of use the same colors. All right, so I want to get some white in here if I can pull some out. And I think some yellow because that sky has a little yellow in it. So I'm going, and it's still wet, I hope. So I just go right along this mountain edge, and it's like I'm just kind of blurring up this edge. So then it's not real defined because the sun's pretty bright right there. So it just gives a very soft, I'm using some of this yellow that's still wet. Okay, before I do too much more, I don't want to overdo it. Okay, so there's like our farthest away mountains, and so now I'm going to, I need a little dot of red here. I was saying earlier, I try so hard to not get too much paint out so I can use it all up, but I'm still horrible at, thank you, the color combination is beautiful, but I'm not good at making sure I don't get too much paint. So I have all this extra paint that I want to use, which this little canvas is not going to take much at all. All right, so now I want to do a little more vibrant purple color. I still want more of the red violet than, I know, still a little white. I don't want it too much. And this one can be, because our mountains appear bigger in the painting, but they're just, it's because they're closer. Again, I don't mix my colors a whole lot together because I like the different shades in there. That creates your shadows and your highlights and your all the little crooks and crannies in the mountains, the different faces. So don't over blend these. All right, we're going to do another layer. I'm trying to paint it kind of drier so that way I can not have to get too much paint on there and have it be too wet and hard to work with. All right, so, and this is little, isn't it? It's just kind of, so now I'm doing more of a blue, violet, and I'm going to cover up some of these pretty areas. That's what's, but that's all right. It'll just get prettier and prettier as I work down. A little less white in it. Still some red in it, but more blue. And the mountain's a little bigger because it's closer to us. And I'm going to soften this blue out down here. I want to kind of create a little bit of a foggy feeling across the bottom. So I'm doing straight across, making it flat so it just kind of looks like some fog is still settled in this valley. It's not straight white, it's got to have some color in it. You can even come up over the foot of the mountain a little bit. All right. So there's that one. A shading brush. This is just called a bright. I don't know. What's a shading brush? That's something I don't even know, Anita. This is just the flat brush that I always use. It's called a bright. Is that considered a shading brush? I don't know. It's just my favorite brush that I use. Absolute favorite. So I didn't really go through a whole lot of research on brushes when I started painting. I just happened to come across some that I liked. So now I'm doing blue and yellow, by the way. And a little bit more blue than yellow because I want it to be kind of a green blue because it's still off in the distance. And these are going to be not as high because these are more foothills. I'm going to put a little black in my blue just to kind of, I'm running out of canvas really fast with this little one. It needs to be just a little darker. There we go. The brush will say shading. Oh, it just says bright. Interesting. I don't even think I have a brush that says that. I'd be interested to know how it feels different. All right, so that's kind of a blue color. Now I want to start going into my greens, and I'm still going to do black, yellow, and blue. Anita, this is the lesson that I did, only it's the big painting that I did today in heART Club, so I think you'll probably get a bigger dose of this when you do that. When you do it in there. That's just a little sample of it. All right, so now I'm going to just do a lot of yellow at the bottom just to get my greens as they get closer to me, brighter. Maybe streak a little white in there. Like I said, I'm working with a little canvas, so these colors are changing pretty rapidly. But anyways. So that is how you just take, I don't even think I cleaned my brush, did I? Any? You can just go transition. It's like a rainbow. You're just kind of going down through and just doing one color and just creating your next color and your next color. If it starts getting muddy though, do clean your brush, especially when you go from your yellows to your purples and all of that. So anyways, there is our little mini painting. You can do flowers down along the bottom, but I'm gonna stop here And you guys say hello if you're watching. When you watch the replay, say hello. I love to read what you guys have to say. I love to hear that you're painting. Hope you find time to paint, even if it's just grab some of these little, this is a little 8x8 canvas, and that took me all of 15 minutes to do it. And so just get you some paints. It's good for your heart. It's good to give your mind a break from everything that's going on. And we know that there's plenty going on in this world. So we like to call it heart therapy, with a capital ART in the middle of heart, because it is therapy for a heart. And it's crazy when people tell me, the things that they get from painting, and the enjoyment and the changes in their life and in their mental health and all of that. And all the time I'm thinking, it's just painting. It's just painting. And it just blows my mind that just painting can do so much for that. So you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. I need to go work on another painting. I'm not recording it, but anyways, you guys enjoy your afternoon. I will send this out in an email. If you're not on my email list, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you get on there. So you can just shoot me a message, say, hey, will you put me on your email list, or check to see if I'm on it, because it's my best way to communicate with stuff that's coming up. And you'll be excited to know when I have more online stuff coming up for you guys that are not local and all of that. Plus, I send these little videos out in an email, so you have them to use and do them whenever you want. So, all right, you guys have a good afternoon, and I will see you around.